Measurement of time. So to measure the time we will use clocks, different types of clocks. Then what is actually the time definition? Here you can see the girl started from home and to reach the school, what is the time taken? How to define the time? Here the definition for time, the interval between two events is called time. The interval between two events is called time. Simple pendulum. A simple pendulum consists of a metal bob suspended by a light, inextensible string from a fixed point. Length of a simple pendulum is the distance from the point of suspension to the center of gravity of the bob. The resting position of the pendulum is known as the mean position. One complete to and fro movement of a pendulum about its mean position is known as an oscillation or vibration. The maximum displacement of the pendulum from its mean position is called amplitude. The time taken for one oscillation is known as the time period. To show that the time period of a pendulum varies with the length of the pendulum. So that means if you change the length, then the time also changes. For this, we are doing an experiment. Here I am tying the bob with an inextensible string and measure the length L. Now pull one side from the mean position and leave it. Then it starts vibrating from its mean position. Now count number of oscillations and check the time duration for 10 oscillations. Like this, do in different times or different lengths. Then each time will get different time. Then draw a graph. So by observing this graph, we can say that every time whenever you are changing the length, the time taken for the 10 oscillations is changing. Factor on which time period depends. First, length of the pendulum. The time period varies directly with the square root of the effective length, that is the length between the point of suspension and the center of the bob. If the effective length of the pendulum is L and the time period T, then T is proportional to root L. Then if L1 and L2 are the lengths of two pendulums, then such that T1 and T2 are the time periods, then T1 is proportional to root L1, then T2 is proportional to root L2. Then if you write in the ratio form, T1 by T2 is equal to root of L1 by L2. Second factor, acceleration due to gravity. The time period varies inversely with the square root of the acceleration due to gravity. If the time period be t and the acceleration due to gravity at a place be g, then t is proportional to root of L by g. Then if t1 is the time period of pendulum where acceleration due to gravity is g1 and t2 is the time period where acceleration due to gravity is g2, then t1 is proportional to root of L by g1 and t2 is proportional to root of L by g2. Therefore, if you write in the ratio form, t1 by t2 is equal to root of g2 by g1. Combining first equation and second equation, the first equation is t is proportional to root L by g and t is equal to that can be written as t is equal to 2 pi root L by g. Then 2 pi is the constant of proportionality. Here for writing this proportional symbol, I am using a constant, that is 2p. 2 pi. So it should be noted here that the time period of a simple pendulum is independent of the material and mass of the bob. So which material we are using for making this bob and how much weight you are using for making. What is the mass of the bob? It does not depend on these two things. It is also independent of the amplitude. Amplitude means in between from the mean position to a fixed point. Extreme position. The distance between them is called amplitude. Provided this is not too great. As a matter of fact, amplitude should not exceed 5 degrees. Now, we'll learn what is seconds pendulum. A pendulum which has a time period of 2 seconds. If the time period gets 2 seconds, it is called a seconds pendulum. Thank you children. Have a nice day.